Have you ever had the strange, fleeting suspicion that the entire physical world around you is somehow staged? A feeling that the physical objects you interact with are part of a meticulously scripted environment, reacting perfectly to your choices. Long before modern computers, the ancient Greeks wrestled with this exact paranoia. In his Allegory of the Cave, Plato described humans as prisoners watching shadows projected on a wall, unaware that their entire physical reality was a mere reflection of a deeper truth. This suspicion regarding our senses has remained a foundational philosophical question for over 2,000 years. By the 17th century, René Descartes pushed this anxiety further. He proposed that the sky, the earth, and even his own physical body could be elaborate illusions designed to deceive him. Through this radical doubt, Descartes arrived at a single undeniable axiom. Even if the entire physical world is a trick, the conscious mind experiencing that trick must exist. I think, therefore I am. For centuries, this remained a thought experiment. Then, in 2003, philosopher Nick Bostrom published an academic paper that translated these abstract doubts into a formal probability equation. Bostrom's methodology changed the stakes of the conversation, replacing philosophical intuition with a formal statistical framework. To understand the math, we start with substrate independence, the idea that consciousness is a form of information processing. It doesn't strictly require a biological carbon brain. That processing can theoretically be run on silicon computer hardware. Future civilizations, given enough time and technological resources, would eventually have the engineering capacity to build massive planetary-scale supercomputers. These machines could perform 10 to the 42nd power operations every second. At that speed, calculating the entire mental history of humanity would take less than a millisecond. A post-human civilization possesses the raw processing power to simulate trillions of lifelike human minds. Using these variables, Bostrom maps out a strict logical proof called the Trilemma. Exactly one of the following three scenarios must be true about our future. Scenario 1. The human species goes extinct before reaching the technological maturity required to build those planetary computers. Scenario 2. Humanity survives and reaches a post-human stage, but they have zero interest in running ancestor simulations. Scenario 3. We survive, we reach the hardware stage, and we decide to run simulations. Assuming humanity survives its technological adolescence, we can completely set aside Scenario 1. For Scenario 2, we must assume that out of trillions of future human beings, not a single one would have the curiosity to boot up a simulation. Rejecting both extinction and a total lack of curiosity leaves only the third branch, the probability that our current experience is one of these simulations. This leads to the bland indifference principle. If an advanced civilization runs one ancestor simulation, their processing power ensures billions more. This staggering ratio means for every biological mind in base reality, billions of simulated minds experience a rendered universe. Based on this ratio, the chances of being a biological original, rather than one of the billions of digital copies, are essentially zero. This provides a modern answer to Descartes. Your conscious mind is real, but the physical world you perceive is rendered code. The simulation is designed to be flawless. The rendered sun provides warmth, and rendered food provides sustenance to the conscious mind within the machine. Humanity occupies the position of the digital shadows on the wall, observed by the very gods we are destined to become.